On this date in 2014, Felix Hernandez set a major league record for 14 consecutive outings with 7+ inning pitched and 2 or fewer earned runs. He would run that streak to 16. We want to know, what was Felix's win-loss record during that streak? The Sunday Showdown on the Baseball Brewhaha. We love the Sunday Showdown. We get to find out who emerges victorious this week, and we're talking Felix Hernandez and the Mariners. That's near and dear for both of us. So, Adam, let's not delay. Let's jump right in.
Yeah, let's do it. So during this streak of 16 games where he set this record and extended it, actually it was 14, and then he extended it to 16. What was Felix's win-loss record during this historic stretch? Closest scores a run. So, Aaron, what do you got?
So if I can't remember, the Mariners had a lot of issues with scoring runs when Felix pitched, and he often took losses when he shouldn't have, no decision when he shouldn't have. I'm going to go 7-6.
And similar thoughts here. I went 6-5. He ended up with a bunch of no decisions along the way here as well. So I went 6-5. Let's take a look. The correct answer is actually 9-2.
Wow. Okay. Mariners.
I mean, still 5 no decisions, but still 9-2. Great job, Mariners, getting it done. So by percentage points, I get the run there on that one.
Yeah, indeed.
A very narrow margin to close the gap a little bit, 5-3. Trying to get the drama going as we enter the late innings here. So we're in the 8th inning here. I got to send you my question here. So, Aaron, Felix had this streak of 16 games, 7 innings, 2 or fewer runs.
Yeah.
What Mariner pitcher is second in team history with 7?
Yeah, I feel like there's not a lot of options to go with here. The good Mariner teams were largely driven by their offense, not their pitching. So the one that makes the most sense here is Randy Johnson. So that's what I'm going to guess.
Yeah, and that's correct. You went with the obvious one. Close third, though, was Mark Langston with 6.
Okay, Mark Langston traded for Randy Johnson. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah. There you go.
All right. What do you got for me?
All right, for you. So that 2014 Mariners team finished 87-75, missed the playoffs by a game. We just got done out of the All-Star break action here. How many All-Stars did the Mariners have in 2014?
I don't remember many of their players. So I'm thinking about Felix, possibly Ichiro. I don't really know who else would have been that much star power at that time. So I'm going to go 2.
That's incorrect. They had 4, and Ichiro was actually not one of them. He was not on the Mariners at this time, or at least he was an all-star. So it was Robinson Cano, Felix, like you said, Robinson Cano. Kyle Seager had a great year that year, and then Fernando Rodney, he was doing his. He was doing
the arrow.
He doing shooting the arrow. Oh man, Fernando Rodney. Love it.
Well, let's take a look. Well, you got that run back, really making it tough for me here as we head into the 9th. I'm hoping that we can keep things under control as I go to the top of the 9th here. So here's your question, 9th inning question. Recent number 5 draft pick Walker Jenkins was called what Marvel superhero nickname by his Team USA coach?
Oh, I don't know this one. I'm going to say he hits a lot of bombs and such, and so I'm going to go with Thor.
Incorrect. The correct answer is Captain America. Apparently, he's like super nice kid, says all the right things. Plus, he's good at baseball, loves the family, all of that.
All the stuff.
Yeah, seems like a really neat kid. So, Captain America. Walker Jenkins, number 5 draft pick for the Minnesota Twins.
Well, you kept it in control here a little bit. So, all right. So we talked earlier this week about some superstitions. And so we had a couple players who were more than a little stitious. in their outing. So in a recent game for the Royals, teammates Drew Waters and Bobby Witt Jr. became the first Royals teammates to both homer and hit a triple in the same game, and they credited their success to what aromatic superstition?
Wow, we're getting into the arena
Aroma,
with
aromatherapies here.
oh boy, smelling lavender or something. Well, so along those lines, I know that smelling salts like really just like whoa
Ooh,
get you
yeah.
going. So I'm gonna say they like do the smelling salts right before they're at bats.
No, that's incorrect. So, I mean, good thought. But the story goes that in a game last year, Bobby Witt Jr. Sprayed himself with Tommy Bahama dark blue
Of course.
cologne, hit a home run, and I don't know if he forgot about it or something, but it came back up, and both Drew and Bobby partook, and voila, here you go.
It's the start of a stition.
Maybe a little stitious.
Well, there it is, the ninth. A little less dramatic than I was hoping for, but Aaron gets the win.
Hmm.
Back in the win column. Um, it'll be a new week next time, but Aaron, you get some story time here.
Hmm. Yeah, I was trying to think in light of our superstitions discussion this week. I was trying to think about superstitions, and I feel like I remember them more from when we played basketball than when we played baseball. Actually, I mean, I wore all my socks the same way. I wore everything the same way, but I don't. I feel like I don't really remember like anything like super weird or crazy that we just do everything the same way. That's what you do. But I do remember I do remember for basketball. So we played high school basketball together as well, and before every game, we would have these little things that each one of our starting five would do before we ran out on the floor. And one of them was that you would give us a little speech.
That's right. Straight from the movie Black Sheep.
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
So yeah, that was a lot of fun, and I mean we won a state championship, so you
Yeah,
know
yeah,
it
yeah. And
worked.
folks, if you watch the movie Black Sheep or if you've seen it, it's a bit of when when they're at the like Washington, they're like this music festival or something there,
Yeah,
and he like
rock the boat.
rocked the vote. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So exactly, and he goes up and he gives a speech, and anyway, it's hilarious. And Adam used to do a little rendition for us.
yeah,
So get us all pumped up and fired up before the game.
yeah. I could sure go for some cupcakes and peanut
Y-
butter cups right about now.
Yeah,
You know what that's
that's
about?
Kill Whitey.
Oh boy. Oh yeah,
Oh man.
yeah. Well, I had my superstition, similar to you. What you're talking about was just do things the same way, but I had a very particular like sock and pants routine
Hmm.
for putting on my baseball uniform. So speaking of baseball, uh, superstitions here, my sock and pant routine was pretty dialed in, and so that was the extent of my major superstitions, though.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I wore the high socks, but I feel like
Yeah.
I didn't get too crazy other than just get it in the right spot.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I had a little more to mine the way I put my pants on and put them down on the socks and all that. So it was,
I feel like
wild time.
we need to talk about this. I don't remember this at all. I just remember. I mean, I
Yeah.
know
Well,
you
I
wore
like
the
I
high
like to
socks, but
I like to go by myself in a place, not like a dark closet or something, but preferably I'd be watching baseball while I
mhm.
put my pants and my socks on a very particular way.
Okay, all right, fair enough. I mean, no more questions, sir.
All right. Well, thanks for hanging with us, folks.
Yeah, thanks
Hope you
everybody.
enjoyed it.
Yeah, this is maybe more than you bargained for, but Thanks for hanging with us here. We'll be back at it next week. I'll put one in the win column, which is nice, and we'll have another whole nother round trivia coming right back at you. Thanks, everybody.